Welcome back to Wichita's Biz That Is. I'm Tim Witzman, president of the Wichita Independent Business Association. Our guest today, Bill Ellison. And one of the things that's been a change in business is the emergence of more and more women, particularly in small business. Are you seeing that in the people who walk in the door to see you?
We are seeing quite a few increased volumes of women. A lot of them, the women seem to me more aggressive on getting a business started once they decide what they want to do. And they charge right ahead, they get things done, they research things in multiple, in all kinds of detail that I hate to say, but sometimes men don't do. And if you tell them they can't do something, they figure a way to get her done. So don't ever tell a lady she can't get something done, because she'll figure it out.
I had 5 daughters.
Yes,
I had
you
a
know
sister.
what I mean then.
No.
But I'd say 40% of the people to 50% are women. And
It's now a majority, I know, nationally in small business.
And most of the time they do an extremely great job, and they're really focused.
Okay. Well, let's talk about how people connect with SCORE. Give some information about how, if somebody who's watching today's show says, hey, I've been thinking about this, I need to talk to those guys.
Well, we're at the Garvey Center downtown on the 4th floor, and but it's on the north side of the Garvey building, and it's you call 269-6273.
269-6273?
Yes,
okay.
And that'll get you the SBA office, and that's where they're located, and telling you want to be meet a SCORE counselors, and we man the desk 5 days a week from about 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, and we'll set up appointments, and first we'll try to figure out what are you trying to get accomplished, because we have like 35 counselors,
right.
And we'll figure out which one is best suited for that person. But
meaning somebody might be a manufacturing orientation, somebody might be a service, that kind of thing.
But we've got some of the most talented people. We've got people that's from running their own business. We've got a gentleman who used to run Vornado Fan. We've got people that's made aircraft. We've got people that's made, like I said, Coleman Company. And we have 2 or 3 bankers, 2 or 3 attorneys. We have accountants, tax people. So I guess there's no business problem that we can't find somebody to help solve a problem.
Do you have an email connect to?
The email, you can look on wichita.score.org, and that's our web page, and you can basically see the seminars that we're presenting, and also see the history of the SCORE group in Wichita. Now, SCORE is 50 years old this year.
Oh, wow.
They basically have, of that 11,000
You're just
people,
kids compared to Weba, though. We're 80.
Yeah, you guys are old. Well, Wichita, we're only like 25 or 30, so you're way ahead of us. But SCORE is, they've helped over 1 million people in the last 50 years, and they're proud of that because, well, for instance, we've touched in Wichita, like I said, over 700 people, and we volunteered over 7,000 hours this last year. So we'll do whatever we can do to help people and give back to the community.
And one of your other needs is counselors, because you've got to keep replenishing that too, and there may be some folks out there who've retired and kind of fumbling around for, gee, what might be interesting to do. And
well, if you are a person that and your engine's still running, and that's what I like to call it, and you have a business background, and we're looking for marketing people, accounting people, people that know taxes, and if you're sitting at home saying, what do I do with my time? Well, we'll fill that time in, but we want to send you into the community and help spread the word about SCORE. But also, if you're an expert on spreadsheets and you know how to do marketing programs, and then this new thing is called social media. Now, it got to be, some of the, when you get past 60, you might not be current like the 22-year-olds, but if you're in social media and you know a lot about that, and that makes you enjoy doing that, we would like to talk to people. But you can volunteer as long as you want to. If you want to do 2 hours a month, if you want to work 20 hours a week, we have plenty to do, and we need assistance. And you don't particularly have to be retired. If you own a business and you want to volunteer some time, that's good also.
if somebody's coming to see you, you know, again, they don't really have to know much of anything. But what would be helpful if somebody's going to walk in the door at SCORE so that they're not just kind of wasting your time too? What would it be useful for them to come with if they're thinking about starting a business?
Well, it's two things. If you've got a business, you're trying to expand it, you should bring some of your tax records with you and your cash flow and your profit and loss statements. If you're starting up, you can come in just with your idea and your thoughts, or it'd be nice if you jotted a few notes down about where you're trying to go to, who you're trying to service, or what you're trying to sell, and what research that you've done in that marketplace, because typically people don't research their competition very much, and that's critical in a small business. If you don't know what your competition is doing, then how are you going to go out and take customers away from your competitors? So all those things are important, but now if you're just coming in and you say, I'm just thinking, I'm starting up, and I've got 3 ideas, we can go through your ideas, but we would like you to have a pretty well thought out number 1 idea for we can help you the best.
Okay, you've been doing this for several years. Are there any trends, anything changing? If we went back to 7 years ago, were people doing a particular thing and now you're seeing something different today, or is it pretty much the same?
Well, SCORE changed in the fact that when the recession hit in 2008, people had to have, you know, they were out of work. They were looking for opportunities. Aircraft people were laying off and other major companies. And they basically decided to go the route of starting their small businesses. And they, a lot of them came in with the ideas that they've said, I've always wanted to do this, but never had the nerve to do it. So we basically take one piece at a time.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah, if you don't have work. But most of them have some issues with having enough cash to start a business, but we can work through that like we talked earlier. But it looks as though the environment is getting better because we got a lot more people coming in right now, and they're wanting to take that next step. They're wanting to try that idea that they've had, and they're so passionate about it, they get in too big of a hurry. I mean, they want to. I want to get in business right now. Well, you don't want to rush into it.
Well, the trouble is we're going to have to finish right now. But,
okay.
But I like to finishing on the passion, okay?
All right.
Well, thank you for being with us for another Wichita's Biz That Is this week with Bill Ellison.